I'm going to keep it simple. You're probably wondering whether an expensive-looking elliptical that's modeled after a commercial gym machine actually belongs in your living room, and if it's worth the price tag you see on the box. I've spent the last few weeks testing the Life Fitness Club Series cross trainer in a friend's basement gym, and I've also dug through a handful of buyer questions on Amazon to see what people are really worried about before they click add to cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First, let's talk about the hesitation most people feel. An elliptical that promises a total body workout can sound like a dream, but the reality is often a compromise. You either end up with a machine that feels like a treadmill with handles, or you get a bulky piece of equipment that never fits through the front door. The Club Series tries to sit right in the middle, and the question is whether it actually delivers on that promise without turning your home gym into a storage nightmare. The biggest practical concern for anyone buying an elliptical is space. The Club Series is a commercial-grade frame, so it's wider and taller than the budget models you see on TV. In my friend's setup, it took about 6 feet of floor length and 3 feet of width, plus a couple of inches of clearance behind the machine for the rear rollers. If you have a dedicated workout zone or a spare room, that's manageable. If you're planning to squeeze it into a tight apartment hallway, you'll probably regret the purchase. The machine's footprint isn't hidden, but the design does include a low-profile console that sits flush with the pedals, making it feel less imposing than some older gym-style ellipticals. Now, for the part that matters most, how does it feel when you actually use it? The Club Series uses a synchronized arm on leg motion that mirrors the movement you'd find on Life Fitness's flagship Health Club model. In practice, that means when you push forward with your legs, the handles move forward at the same time, engaging your biceps, triceps, and shoulders without you having to think about it. I tried a 45-minute low-impact cardio session followed by a 20-minute interval sprint, and the transition felt seamless. The Ergonomic ErgoGrip stationary handlebar is a small but useful detail. During lower body-only workouts like when I wanted to focus on quads and glutes after a leg day, I could lock the handles in place, and the machine stayed steady instead of wobbling under my weight. One of the practical strengths that often gets glossed over in marketing copy is the variety of workout modes. The Club Series offers a total body mode that automatically adjusts resistance for both the arms and legs, and a lower body trainer mode that isolates the legs while keeping the handles stationary. In real-world use, the total body mode helped me keep my heart rate in the target zone while still feeling the burn in my arms, which is something you usually have to program manually on cheaper models. The lower body mode was handy for a quick warm-up before a heavy leg session. Just hop on, set a low resistance, and you're moving without the arms getting fatigued. That said, there are a few hidden trade-offs. The first is the weight of the machine. At roughly 350 pounds, you can't just roll it out of the box and expect it to glide across carpet. It requires at least 2 people to set up, and you'll need to consider the floor load, especially if you have hardwood or an upper-level balcony. The second is the console. It's functional, but it lacks the flashy touchscreens you see on some high-end consumer ellipticals. The display shows basic metrics: time, distance, calories, heart rate, and you can connect a Bluetooth heart monitor, but there's no built-in tablet holder or streaming integration. If you're the type who watches Netflix while you work out, you'll need a separate mount or tablet stand. Who should buy this? If you're a serious home gym enthusiast who already owns a decent set of free weights, a squat rack, and maybe a treadmill, and you want to add a reliable cardio option that also hits the upper body, the Club Series fits nicely. It's also a good match for people who have already been members of a commercial gym and appreciate that the motion feels familiar. The transition from a public gym to a private space is almost seamless. The machine's durability, commercial-grade belt, and smooth stride are built to withstand daily use, so if you plan on exercising 5 or more days a week, you'll appreciate that it doesn't start squeaking after a month. Who should skip it? First, anyone on a tight budget. Even though Life Fitness often offers financing, the upfront cost is significantly higher than entry-level ellipticals that still provide a decent cardio workout. Second, anyone who lives in a small apartment or shares a rental where the landlord might mind a 350-pound piece of equipment on the floor. Finally, if you're primarily after a high-tech experience, think interactive coaching, video classes, or integrated music streaming, this model's plain console will.